waiting for Mayor Tommy Battle's petition to have the Confederate monument from the Madison County Courthouse removed. Let's go ahead and get reaction now from one of the more vocal groups calling for the removal of those monuments.
Yeah, joining us right now via Zoom is Camille Bennet with Project Say Something from out in the Shoals area. Camille, good morning.
Good morning. Okay,
so your group has been calling for the immediate removal of the monument in Lauderdale County. How do you feel about what the Huntsville City Council's move and what they did last evening?
If I understand correctly, the Huntsville City Council drafted a resolution to go through the waiver process. And I think that process is really unpredictable, unreliable, and unnecessary. Historical monuments, Confederate monuments, are signs of racial terror, racial oppression, and you can go back to dedication exactly why they were intended to be there. I think that process is dehumanizing and unnecessary, and I think that they should come down right now.
All right, Camille, in your area, Florence city leaders, they want to pay that fine. They want to pay the $25,000, have that monument removed from the courthouse to the Florence City Cemetery. But before they do that, they want the county commission to release an agreement that wouldn't hold them liable for any damages when they do remove the monument. What do you want to see happen? Is that, kind of in line with what the group is asking for?
It's close to what we're asking for, and we are trying to be understanding of Florence City, what they need as far as legal process is concerned and liability. And we are expecting the county commissioners to immediately grant the city permission to relocate the monument. It's the least they can do. They have really been evasive, they've lied, and they've really been unethical through this process. So we think this is the least they can do at this point.
Okay, so you and I were talking yesterday. We want to get, this is an important move right now, the symbolic part, removing the structures, these monuments that you feel stands for hate. So let's go a little bit beyond that. Your group is already working on an anti-racism curriculum for public schools. Tell us, Camille, briefly about that effort.
We're actually working on the Shoals Black History Project, and we've been working on that for approximately 5 years. What that is we've compiled historical artifacts, oral histories of local Black history. So this is Black history specific to the Shoals, and the reason this effort is so important is because it hadn't been done before. From our artifacts, we actually created curriculum of local Black history that can go into our public elementary schools. We got into our first elementary school this year, and then COVID hit. So we expect to see more next year.
Your group, very busy, also involved in helping with child care in the Shoals area, seeing so many families facing issues and struggling daily who have been impacted with coronavirus. So tell us a little bit, we've got less than a minute left, about your efforts there helping families get the child care that they need.
We actually formed the Alabama Child Care Coalition, and that coalition is for centers that serve predominantly Black and marginalized children. Child care providers are disproportionately Black in Alabama. Child care subsidy, 80% of the children that receive it are Black, and the COVID crisis disproportionately affects Black children and families. So with that said, we think it's necessary to advocate for child care providers and advocate for policy reform right now.
Camille, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We'll continue to follow your group's efforts and as we advance towards some things positive in our communities. Camille Bennet with Project Say Something. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time. It is 6:08 right now on your Friday morning. We want to turn our attention